Hey guys, happy Thursday. Joe Madden here. This is the Joe Madden Sports Show. I'm joined by PW of Proven a Winner. PW, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me, Joe. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. We've known each other a couple of years now. I'm excited to have you on. It's going to be a great show. We're going to talk some Thursday night football, you guys. I know you have a prop in it. Before we get into that, I don't know your story into the industry. Can we hear a little bit about it?
Yeah, we could talk a little about my story. So, I've been gambling my whole life. I started gambling probably 17, 16, probably like most of the degens out there, right?
Yeah.
And I lost for a very long time. I was a loser. I think when you begin sports gambling or gambling at all for that matter, everyone starts on the wrong side, right? And most of us can't come and get over the hill onto the other side because we can't understand how to win, but most importantly, we can't understand money management. So I lost for a very, very long time until I realized, hey, it's either you give this up or you figure out how to win, right? And so I was in the sports books for many years and just grinding, right? Day in and day out grinding. And I just got to the point where I had to get smarter. So essentially, I created algorithms. I worked with some mathematicians that were very, very advanced, and I came up with some systems that kept me grounded, right? To shrink the board essentially. When there's 120 college football games on a Saturday, how can we find value? How can we shrink the board? So I just got smarter, and then I became very disciplined, and so I started sharing my plays in the sports book. People would look for me. This was prior to ever having a business and created relationships, and people started to want my plays. And so those conversations really started being intriguing to me to be like, should I make this a business? Right.
Yeah.
You know, I win money with my picks. Don't get me wrong, 100%, but I love to benefit people in a positive way. And that's why I opened up the business was let me teach you, let me educate you, let me show you how to win, be part of my team. And if I can benefit people in a positive way, then I'm all about it. So that's why I created Proven Winner.
I love that. What a great thing to be part of. Can you tell me just a little bit about your process? Like, what is your daily grind like in this business? Because it is a grind.
So my process is interesting. So I wake up at 4 a.m. every single day, 7 days a week. I love to work and I love this. So I have a family. And so I've got to have that work-life balance, right? So I wake up at 4, I'm at the gym by 5 5 days a week. And that clears the mind, whether it's a good day or a bad day. That's real life. Like I take this very, very seriously. And so I have to stay in shape. I've got to keep my mind sharp and I've got to reduce stress. So I start my day at the gym. From the gym, I get home. I'm home by 6:30. Either make breakfast for my kids, do the whole kid thing, and then they're off to school. Once they get off to school, that's when the grind starts. My staff starts at 8. So it's not just me. I have an entire administrative team. I have a graphics team, and I have an entire marketing team at this point. So then I meet with my admin team on the promos of the day, what we got going on. And once our day is set up and they can go and respond to DMs and do all of that, that's when my work starts. That's when I start capping and start doing my work to ensure that I'm putting the effort in to ensure that I have good outcomes over the long period of time. So I'm blessed to be able to have a pretty successful business at this point that I can delegate a lot of the administrative work so I can focus on winning. So I can focus on what's truly important with this. And a lot of guys don't have that opportunity, which I didn't at one point either, right? Those were long hours, 16-hour days, trying to grind, trying to talk to people, trying to cap, trying to stay focused. And so it's not as much of a grind for me in the trenches anymore. I still have to manage and lead people, but more so focused on let's win. Let's make sure that we're on the sharp side every day. That doesn't mean the outcome's always in a positive way, but let's be on the right side at least more times than not. So
yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're all looking for, being on the right side more times than not. Now, talking about when you're on the good side, the hot streaks, how do you deal with those hot streaks to stay focused in those situations?
So I have an interesting approach, right? I try to stay like this no matter what. I'm humble as they come. So when I'm hot, you're not going to find me on social media hooting and hollering because I know that it's a law of averages, right?
Yeah.
I hit between 59, 60% on a good year, but 59% over thousands and thousands of plays. So I understand if I'm hitting at a 70% clip over 50 plays or 75 plays, there's a down run coming. It's just the law of averages.
Yeah.
So I'm always humble. It doesn't matter if we go 3-0 the day before or 0-3, the mind is clear and we're focused on what's in front of us. I think that's the key is you'll go on social media and I can spot out the amateurs extremely quick because they're overhyped on a very good day and they disappear on a bad day. And it's easy to find because people have a hard time with the bad days. But if you're confident in what you do and you have long-term statistics to back it up, you should be confident every day. And there's no reason to hide because those outcomes will even out.
Yeah, absolutely. That transparency is so needed in this industry. Just to have you maybe talk to people that are listening that are just started in this business, they're betting themselves and they're having those cold streaks. What advice would you give them to clear their minds?
Don't chase. Don't ever chase. Your card is your card. So my philosophy, and a lot of people see value in like live betting or second half betting. I don't believe that to be true, right? I think that's a form of chasing unless you're not playing the game and you see value. If you're playing the game and you're chasing, that's a different story. But my card is my card. Your card's your card. I have 3 games on the card. I go 0-3. You move on to the next day. And that's where a lot of people struggle. It's like they get caught up in the emotional side of this. It's a very emotional investment, as I like to call it, right? Stock market, right, is going to go up and down. But if you're a long-term investor, you're a holder. So like, for instance, I'll use myself as an example. I've held on to the same crypto coins, investments for years now, right? I don't ride the wave. I might check it. I might check how they're doing, but I'm not selling, right? And same thing with sports betting. I'm not going to change my philosophy is bet your card where you think there's value and the outcome is the outcome and move on to the next day. I think it is so important. And that will teach yourself money management because you'll never get out of control that way. Those are clear thoughts when you're making those bets pre-game. When you start chasing and you've lost, those are not clear bets. Those are emotional bets. And they have to get away from the emotional side of this. And you can definitely have long-term success.
Yeah, that is definitely some good advice, especially for all of the new states coming on and people new to the betting industry. Are you giving out a lot of education with your picks so that people can learn how you're thinking about them?
Yeah, so I'm huge on education. So I do a lot of education. I'm focusing my TikTok channel on the education side of things, and I'm doing basic stuff. You know, what's an arbitrage bet? What's this? What's that? What's even money? How to read odds? Just basic things, and I'm dumbing everything down. People that aren't interested in that because they're more advanced, they just ignore it. But for the new bettors, it'll be there. I opened up. I don't think you even know this. I have an app now on the App Store.
Wow.
Both Google and Apple Play. And on that app is a bankroll calculator. And so it's using my rating system and my unit system, of course, but my players or even my free play players can understand what they should bet on each of those games. So it's all based on percentages on my rating system. And they put their bankroll in and they put the rating that I have and boom, it just spits out the amount that they should wager on that game. And I'm very hopeful that the players on my team will follow that and become more, just more better bettors, etc. I mean, just better money management is what I'm trying to say. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Money management is so important in this industry. What is the name of the app?
Proven Winner.
Fantastic. I can't wait. I'm going to go check it out for sure. You guys make sure you do as well. Apple and Google, you said.
Yeah, and so I send my free plays there as well every day. So if you want my free play, it's already posted. It was posted at 5:30 this morning. It has a timestamp, and you get a push notification. So every time either a premium play or a free play is sent out, you'll get a push notification. And if you sign up for the app, there's nothing you need to do. You're automatically loaded in the free plays immediately. And so you sign up for you start getting free plays immediately. It's good to go. So you never have to look for me on Instagram or Twitter. You'll just never miss a play. So that's pretty cool.
That is so fantastic. You guys, I really encourage you to go check it out. ProvenWinners been in the industry. How many years now?
I'm getting Joe, I'm getting old. I'm 41 now. So
You are not. I don't believe it.
I've been betting for like 23 years, 24 years. I've been with my business for about 5 years, I would say,
Okay.
5, 6 years. But like before I got on social media, it's probably been about 10 years from just like, okay, you want to buy my picks type of thing, side thing. But last 4, 5, 6 years, Proven Winner's been alive. So
Well, you guys make sure you go check it out. We're going to talk at the end of the show where everyone can get your picks and your social media content as well. Let's jump into some Thursday night football. We have a great matchup tonight. Hopefully it won't be a snooze fest. I really doubt it, between Miami and the Bengals here. What are you liking in this one?
So I'm not going to give out my premium pick because I've already, sent it to my premium players, or I haven't sent it yet. It will go out at 2:00. But I will talk a little prop side with you. I think it is going to be a good game. We're in Cincinnati. We got a 3.5-point line, 48. I think total set at 48. We got Cincinnati 1-2, right? Just had a slow start. They beat up on the Jets last week as expected. And you have Miami coming in 3-0, just beat up on or had a great game against, the Bills and the Ravens before that with the comeback. So it's going to be an interesting game. Do I think it's going to be high scoring? I do. I see a lot of sharps on the under. I do think there's going to be a little bit of a shootout as long as the Dolphins stay healthy. We have Waddle with a questionable injury. We also have Tua with a bad back there. So as long as they stay healthy or don't get hurt within the game, obviously that would change the outcome. I think we're going to have a shootout. I really do. I think it's going to be heavily entertaining tonight. And so my prop of the day is one that I gave out last Sunday. So I gave out Burrow over on passing yards last Sunday, which cashed. Just so you guys know, we've hit 9 straight free plays, which is a cool little run we've been on. And so I'm giving it out again. And I think that he's going to be able to expose the secondary, but more importantly, he's going to have time. So the Bengals offensive line has obviously not done anything to Joe Burrow's favor early on in the season, but the Dolphins defensive line is not going to give them problems. So the Dolphins have the worst passing defense in the NFL. So Burrow is going to be able to expose that. His line was set at 268 when I got it. It was at 276 the last time I saw it. I think he easily throws for over 300 yards today. And like I said, we see a little bit of a shootout. Go ahead and take that total over 48. I guess I'll give that out for free as well.
Yeah.
You can obviously tell by my presentation. But I think it's going to be a fun game. And I think we're going to be, like I said, heavily entertained tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game as well. I love that Joe Burrow's passing prop tonight. I couldn't believe it was so low when it first opened, but we have seen significant movement. I like that you like it up to around 300. So he's going to have a phenomenal night. Any thoughts on Chase here for his over connecting with?
So I think you can go if I'm assuming he's going to throw for over 300 in my opinion. My humble opinion. So you can go to Chase, you can go to Higgins, you can go to Boyd, probably all over on those passing yards. I think in his last 8 home games, I think he's averaging something 350 plus passing yards. So he loves to play at home. He loves to show up for the fans. I think we're going to see like I said, a high scoring game. It means lots of passing yards. And I would go with any of those, honestly.
Okay.
Add those to the mix, because if he gets over the passing yards with those connections, I think they both, or all three, potentially all 4, could cash.
Yeah, definitely could be a lot of money in the prop side of things tonight. Any thought? So they're overplaying, in my opinion, Tua. We think he's going to play.
Yeah.
Him for an anytime touchdown tonight to just get it in there is plus 950. I saw in some books. Plus 950.
That's an interesting line. I mean, they must be playing the injury, because that's heavily juiced in the public's favor. I don't typically play a lot of props. I give one prop out for free. Would I play that prop? I wouldn't play it just personally, but I get why people would play it. Plus 950, put $100 on it, making $950. I get it. But I don't see him getting in the end zone tonight, personally.
Okay, well, it's going to be a great game. we have tons of good ones on Sunday. Was there anything else that's really jumping off the page to you that you think people should look at before we see numbers move?
There's a lot of value on Sunday. I probably don't want to get into too much detail because I haven't released anything yet.
Yeah.
So I kind of private there, but there's going to be some good games on Sunday. A lot of value. Like I said, I will post 3 free play props for Sunday. So once we go over where you can find them, I do videos with them as well. So I did a video this morning with the Burrow prop. So I'll do videos with all of my free plays to give you guys a little bit of insight and intel into what I'm thinking. And like I said, we've had a nice little run, 9 in a row. Let's make it 10 tonight with that Burrow prop.
Awesome. And if people are looking to get your picks, P-Dub, where can they find them and what can they expect buying your packages?
So my picks, you could find me in a lot of different places. Instagram at ProvenWinner, Twitter at ProvenWinners with an S, TikTok at ProvenWinner 1 and 2. And then I just launched a new website, ProvenWinner.vip. You can buy my packages there. You can also download my app there. But what you guys are going to get from me is you're going to get a personal service. Like I said, I have a full team, but when somebody needs to get a hold of me, my team will contact me and I can talk to somebody personally. I have clients that I speak to on the phone. I walk them through it. I have client accounts that we manage. I manage their bankrolls. I have their login. They trust me. What you're going to find is you're going to find real raw and transparency. You're going to find somebody that's got integrity in this business that's dirty. And I think that's what's important to me is learn it, live it, win it is our motto. So I want to teach people. I want to educate people. I want to mentor people. I want to impact them in a positive way. I give life advice, not that I have all the right answers, but I will definitely listen to people and try to make a positive impact. I think that's so important. And I've become friends with a lot of my clients, right? They have my personal cell phone number. We chop it up. They give me a hard time on losses, but overall they follow our process and they win. And so that makes me happy when people are impacting in a positive way and they're enjoying the games, and it's not gambling anymore. It's actually sports investing and they take it seriously. So that's what you're going to get with me. We're growing rapidly, and I'm blessed. I'm thankful that I get to do this every day. I really am.
Well, the industry is blessed to have you in a P-Dub. You are doing a fantastic job. Keep up the transparency. Keep up the crushing of the books. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on the Joe Madden Sports Show. Can't wait to do it again.
Appreciate it, Joe. P-Dub.
Good luck tonight. Crush the book.
Thanks.
Thank you.